This one sucks. Okay, let's be a big boy about this. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna muster it up. Huh. What's up, guys? Tobin here with you, coming on after a Dolphins Thursday night football loss to the Buffalo Bills. Yet again, the Dolphins fall to 0-3 on the season. They lose 31-21. And, I didn't think the losses could hurt anymore because you've already embarrassed yourself. Then you've kind of self combusted. But then a really stupid thing happened to me today. A really stupid thing happened. And I mean, I'm just such a fucking dummy because I decided to have a little bit of hope in the Miami Dolphins. And fuck me, was that a stupid thing to do? Zach Sieler, my faves. Sealer it on up. Zach Sieler, who has not been making much of an impact since he's gotten the bag. He makes a critical mistake and tries to go for the blocked punt. The punter does what punters do, which is flop like a fish and get the flag. And he not only draws a penalty, he draws a roughing the kicker penalty, which is an automatic first down for the Buffalo Bills in a second half that was filled with a lot of guts by the defense. The defense, which was really, 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 really bad in the first half. I mean, just embarrassingly bad, just dragged up and down the field, sacked up. Well, no sacks, but sacked up in terms of, the Cajones, and played a lot better in the second half. And with the Dolphins and them going kind of tit for tat, the Dolphins get a big time stop. And man, Jack Jones was a monster all second half after he got kind of roasty toasted he didn't get roasty. He missed a bad tackle on one of their intangible tight ends. You guys notice how many intangibles are out there catching for the Buffalo Bills? It's like the 2000s Patriots with 5'8" intangible receivers, except they've just made them all Gronkowski. It's ridiculous. Dawson and Dalton and Jackson. It sounds like a jerk frat house at FSU. Anyway, fourth down. Dolphins, Bills, tied 21 apiece. You get the ball back. You're going on a game-winning drive. And Zach Sieler, sometimes you're the cowboy, and sometimes you're the rodeo clown. And Zach Sieler, I mean, he's wearing the red nose and the rainbow wig on this one, dude. I mean, he blew this one. I don't love the call because I don't love, kickers getting to flop, but it is what it is a penalty. It is a penalty. And hey, he went out there and he blew it. I don't know any other way to put it. He screwed the pooch. And this is becoming a cycle with the Dolphins. You get the bag, all of a sudden your superpowers leave you. It's like the green money is like their kryptonite. It's terrible. Tua, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, Zach Sieler, Austin Jackson. You give them an extension, say goodbye. No good anymore. And I was like, I've bet Zach Sieler. He's my favorite guy on the team. I've put him in parlays 3 straight weeks. Been waiting for that first Sealer it on up. Nothing. No sacks. He was responsible. I mean, he had a piece in the Bradley Chubb sack today. Like, he really kind of knocked Josh Allen into Bradley Chubb with taking up 2 linemen. But that was about like the only positive play that comes to mind. And man, you have a game like this. I think there's so many captains that should just turn in their C's after today. Jordan Brooks had a stupid ass penalty. He had a roughing the passer because he just couldn't let go of Josh Allen. Like, you think they're gonna get away with that, dude? Do you think like Josh Allen, they're gonna let their sweet baby prince take any shots like that? Come on, man. Got to be smarter than that. Got to be smarter than that. So, of course, Zach Sieler's penalty leads to Josh Allen marching it down the field and putting the Buffalo Bills up 28-21 because, of course, dude. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You thought they weren't going to take advantage of, like, the most critical error? Of course they were. So, what do you need? You need your offense to pick you up. And, man, Tua today, I mean, like, look, dude, you're going to go look at his numbers today, and I'm going to tell you something, all right? He threw for 146 yards today, but he was so good on third down in this game, and he was able to just come up with big play after big play. 10 and 15 on third down today, the Dolphins. Really impressive. And then we got to the final drive of the game, and he kept finding Jalen Waddle. Just kept finding Jalen Waddle. He and Waddle got on a really good rhythm together. Waddle got into the end zone today. We finally got the Waddle. And I felt good not only for the fan base, but I felt good for Stephen Ross. I was like, oh, good, man. Good for Stephen Ross, man. He gets his favorite thing. And, for the most part in today's game, the Dolphins showed some stones, dude. I was like, oh, man, this could get ugly. And they didn't relent. Like, they did come to play. But the way you're always going to be judged by these things is the end. And especially if you're a franchise quarterback or the face of the franchise and you make $50 million and, you're up there this week and you're saying, I'm not half of what Josh Allen is. And you're going to maybe like thumb your nose at your own prophecy. And instead you fulfill it. Because Tua Tagovailoa leads the Dolphins, marches them down the field beautifully. Doing a great thing, man. And he gets the Dolphins all the way down to the Buffalo 21, right outside the red zone, and throws the worst interception you have ever seen in your life, like he was playing for the Buffalo Bills. And I mean, dude, just at this point, there's just nothing left to say. There's just nothing left to say. The Bills are a better team than the Dolphins, for sure. The Dolphins showed guts today, for sure. Did Mike McDaniel probably earn himself a couple more games? for sure. That team didn't quit on their coach. They played hard. They're just not very good, dude. They're just not very talented, and and part of that talent is discipline, and the discipline of this team sucks. And the quarterback this year has been horrendous when it matters. All right? It's just the facts. He has been. He had a nice game today, all the way up until the point when he didn't. And so, yeah, what do you do about it? I mean, it's just one of these things where, there's just nothing that you're just left numb at this point with Tua. Like it was. I thought Mike McDaniel called a really good game for him. There were times where it was looking dicey. There were some plays and pressure they got him flushed out, and Tua was able to come up with some big plays. Tyreek was able to come up with some big plays. Tua threw a really nice touchdown to Tyreek Hill to even things up right before halftime. He was able to come up with some big-time plays, some big-time touchdowns. But, man, the dichotomy of these two guys are exactly at the end what you worry about, which is you give Josh Allen any sense of life, that guy is a cobra, and he's going to strike, and he's going to kill you. All right? Especially the Miami Dolphins. Maybe he doesn't get over Patrick Mahomes. Maybe he won't beat Joe Burrow from time to time. But when it comes to Aqua and Orange on the other side, that dude wins every single time. And you give Tua the chance to respond on, look, a deficit, that was not his fault. That was on Zach Sieler, 100%. And the defense was worse than the offense today, though they did bounce back bigly in the second half. But you allowed yourself to get dragged along. It's like, dude, just come out the first throw. Like, don't string us along for the whole drive. Big conversion, and then just stick the dagger right in our heart, Tua, and like make it feel the most painful, because the worst thing we had today was a wee bit of hope. That was the worst part of today. Every other thing coming to this game, everybody thinks the Dolphins are going to get boat raced. I certainly did, because they never beat the Buffalo Bills, and they still don't beat the Buffalo Bills. But we're like, oh, they are hanging around here. They're trying to make this interesting. And their quarterback gets life, strikes you, gives them the lead, over. Needs another conversion to put it out of reach, does it. Tua, can you respond? Can you get them back in when it really matters at the end? Could you do it last week when you could have taken the lead on New England? No. Could you do it this week against Buffalo? Could you even it up after Zach Sieler screws the pooch? No. Yeah. So what's he for? Like, what are we doing here? At what point do you look at him and you're just like, it's like, I don't know. Yeah. He, for the most part, for the rest of the game, had a good game. Had some good moments. Really strong on third down. Big response there at the end of the half, and gets the Dolphins to even this game up. Gets the Dolphins a drive to get it back even again after they get down after halftime. Was going blow for blow. This team, man, this is the most undisciplined group of football players I have ever seen in my life. I mean, the penalties they came up today with, I don't know what was the end result in penalties? The Dolphins today, 6 for 57. And every one of them felt like they burned you. Every single one of them. Whether it was, oh my God, there was the ineligible receiver downfield. They were able to at least, come back from, but you're just like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. the Zach Sieler play, the Jordan Brooks play. I mean, just insane by the Dolphins today, man, with the things that we had going on. They had 2 of those ineligible receivers downfield today. So, I don't know, man. I don't really know what to say. You know, Tyreek at one point had an opportunity to make a big time catch downfield and wasn't able to haul it in. Like Tua, like kind of threw it up there, tried to make it happen. He finds Tyreek, slips through his hands. You're just like, all right, dude, what are we doing here? You know, what the hell is happening here? Made up for he got a touchdown, later on in the game, but still, I was like, sheesh. But I get it. Listen, like Tua, he can't take the top off a defense anymore. Those go routes to him that are just gone, non-existent anymore. It's frustrating, man. Just not an explosive team anymore. They put some good drives together. I'll give Mike McDaniel credit. He drew up some pretty good stuff today. He really was. Like I said, like Mike McDaniel had to go in there and he had to get in his bag to get this Dolphins team going. We saw a lot of Ollie Gordon today. Ollie Gordon looked really strong in the moments that he got, converted some big plays, got a touchdown. Yeah, I thought Mike had a pretty solid day. They gave him 9 carries. I mean, the numbers don't jump out, but like there was a lot of clutch moments up until there wasn't. And you just don't have it. You just don't have the room for that anymore, guys. Like I don't know. You can't no show against the Colts. You can't blow it against the Patriots, and then think that you can make mistakes against a team that's been the best in the AFC so far. It's just not possible. It's not acceptable. But it's my fault. It's my fault for getting it. It's not their fault. Why am I mad at the Dolphins for being the Dolphins? Why am I mad at the Dolphins for being the Dolphins? I should be mad at me. I should be mad at myself for being a stupid boy. That's what I should be mad at. I'm mad at the stupid Dolphins for being the Dolphins. What am I doing with myself? That's why they're the Dolphins. As far as all the noise coming. Look, I do think Mike McDaniel, there was a lot of national reports today that came out and said that, Stephen Ross was going to be pretty patient with it, which kind of gave you the flat. Like, unless the Dolphins got absolutely hammered today, it gave you the impression that they were going to keep Mike McDaniel, and they played. I mean, overall, this game, especially the offense, the defense took a long time to get out of the starting blocks. I mean, it was Swiss cheese to start this game, and it was like Josh Allen was like a giant rat-sized capybara. That may be redundant, but he was he was chewing the fins up. James Cook was chewing the fins up. What did he finish with today? James Cook, 19 carries, 108 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, Moose. I forgot Tua had a fumble too. That was another brilliant drive. Love that. But I think Mike McDaniel did enough to survive this week. I think that for sure he should make it to Monday Night Football. If they start 0-4, like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it is when it gets there. I gotta tell you, I haven't exactly been impressed with what Anthony Weaver's put together. If he's supposed to be the guy taking the reins, Jack Jones, I feel bad for him. He played a really good game, especially the second half. He was a demon in the second half of this game. Really good. Bradley Chubb got his 3rd sack. Good for him. But yeah, I think Mike McDaniel does enough to survive. I would be surprised if we got there tomorrow and he would be fired. I would be pretty surprised by that. Unless Stephen Ross is just like, bro, the penalty. But what is Mike McDaniel supposed to do? Dude, like you don't think Zach Sieler's like the most disciplined guy? He made a dumb decision, but he's played horrible. He's been a complete fat cat. It hurts me to say it. I love the guy. He's my favorite guy on the team, but he has played terrible. He has done nothing of impact. He's contributed more to losses. Well, obviously the Dolphins haven't won, but he's directly contributed to making those losses happen more so than he has won. And Tua has been a time bomb, dude. Like, yeah, today was overall pretty solid. It wasn't as good as the last game as far as the numbers were concerned, but I actually kind of thought he played a better game for the spots that they needed him until he didn't. And unfortunately, that's what this game is based off of, man. Most of these games, most of these NFL games are one possession games, super close, come down to moments, discipline, and execution. And the Dolphins weren't disciplined at the end. They weren't poised and they couldn't execute. And so this is where they're at right now, dude. They're 0-3, probably cooked, not definitely, but most likely cooked. And it's a horrendous feeling. It's a horrendous feeling because this one I was stupid enough to actually believe they were going to pull it off, but that's on me. That's not on them. That's on me for being stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid to believe in the Dolphins, to think that they could ever do anything surprising, gutsy, have a little bit of moxie. That's on me, not them. So, you know what? Whatever. I'm done for tonight. Did 8 hours of radio talking about this stupid ass team. Now a 25-minute YouTube. Too much time, too much energy, too many words spent on this nonsense. Good night.